Welcome to episode 15 of Music is None of Our Business. And this week we are doing cover versions. Five, not necessarily our five favourite, but five of our favourite cover versions. I think is accurate. Would you agree, Mr. Jake?
That's good enough for me, Mr.
Coolio.
Mr. Height.
Yeah, thank you. Before we start, I have to say hello to all of our new people who've come in from Instagram. Even more, we are currently at 32,000 followers.
Wow.
Which I kind of I've not really thought about too much until I've started looking at various record labels and see how many followers they've got, and that's quite a lot of followers. I have no idea what's going on. I really don't know. But I thank you all for listening and joining. We've had over 1,000 listens of episode 14, which is probably 970 more than we're used to. In all honesty,
Indeed.
I also need to say that I've been in touch with Julia Sophie, who we've mentioned before on this. I mentioned Julia Sophie's record in the contemporary female artists one we did, and I was speaking to her, and she said she got more new follows from my Instagram post about her record than she did when she got played on Six Music.
Oh my lord!
Which is just, I know, and I mean, I keep bleating on about her single "Telephone" from that. I still love that more than that is my favourite chorus of this decade. I still love it. I also and I said to her, I don't understand why it hasn't got a billion streams on the streaming platforms. It baffles me how it's weird though, isn't it? How a song that you love just hasn't connected with other people. I mean, not to say that it hasn't. I mean, it's got, I think on Spotify it's got something like 80,000 streams, but it's just like it's such an awesome song. I just can't get over it. And the other brilliant news, going back to, was it last week we did the Marine Girls whenever we did favourite female fronted bands. I finally got a ticket to see Everything But the Girls. Fucking get in. So I was my fastest finger first on the application. I finally got a ticket. So yeah, good for me.
What was fastest finger first? That was a game show, wasn't it, of some description?
Oh, it was, wasn't it? Yeah. Fastest finger first.
Okay, it was something.
Oh, was it? It was Millionaire, wasn't it?
Was
Who
it?
Wants to Be a Millionaire?
It could be.
Yeah. The first thing they did, and you had to
to get in,
because you'd sit there and you'd go, oh, I know, and you'd go, oh, I got that quicker than him. He got it in 0.2 of a second, and you're like, no, I fucking did that in 0.1 of a second. I bloody know it. But yeah, yes. Anyway, so cover versions. Do you want to go first, or shall I go first? First of all, are we going to overlap?
I think there's a possibility. I think it's unlikely on mostly. I would be surprised if we overlap, but there is a possibility on at least one, I think.
I thought I've got at least one, and I thought if he's in a good mood when he's done this list, we may well. But I thought if he's his normal surly self, there's no.
Me surly, fuck off.
Bloody hell. Yeah. So. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
After you, then, my good man.
I'll start off then. It's 1971. You and I are 6 years old, and we're in Chile. And Chile is enjoying life in the socialist democracy of Salvador Allende. It's 2 years yet until the United States, terrified of the message that a successful anti-capitalist state would send to the world, manufacture an economic crisis and throw the CIA in and foment and facilitate everything that happened thereafter. I won't go into it. Very interested in that time, but I won't go into it.
I thought you just had.
No. But
this is some preamble. This better be good, because if it's shit, I'm going to be so disappointed.
We're with Chilean singer-songwriter Victor Jara, who has in 1971 released a song called El Derecho Vivir en Paz. Okay. It's a lovely little folk song, and
Thank you, dokes.
Hara sings it accompanied by assorted acoustic instruments and some drums and guitar, which are quite distant in the recording, supplied by a superbly named Chilean rock group called Los Blops. Okay.
Lost what?
Blobs. Blops. BLOPS.
Oh, blops.
Yes.
What the fuck is a blob?
I've no idea. I haven't.
Oh my god! Did you mind my voice went up about 3 octaves? I was that curious. It's affected my speech.
It's a good story, isn't it? What the so, El Derecho Vivir en Paz means the right to live in peace. But ironically, Hara didn't write this song in forecast or prospect of the terrors that are about to befall Chile. He composed it in dedication to Ho Chi Minh, the leader of the North Vietnam war effort. It's a good story, isn't it?
Yeah, you realise we're trying to keep these under 90 minutes, don't you? I just thought I'd better point that out. That is the new criteria.
We'll get there. So
I'm sure we will.
Uncle Harry died in 1969 in the middle of the US and Vietnamese war, and he's a huge hero in Vietnam. I could do a little aside that when I was in Hanoi earlier this year, I did visit Uncle Ho in his mausoleum, and that was a very strange experience as well. No hat, no talking, no photographs, loads of security, lots of stern soldiers, but hey ho, he's a huge
Hey ho,
figure.
was that
Hey ho, that's what I said. I said, hey ho.
Yeah. Hey ho.
You're not allowed to talk.
Did he have his 3 brothers with him at Christmas?
Hey, it was weird because I've seen lots and lots, countless photographs and films with Ho Chi Minh, and you go through all of this security and everything. You go in, and he is there, just laying there as if he's asleep. It's incredible. Anyway, to the cover version, then it all makes sense because what happens when you take a quaint little 1971 Chilean protest folk song and you put it in the hands of Japanese extreme improv jazz noise rock band led by prolific guitar torturer Otomo Yoshihide, otherwise known as Ground Zero? Well, it's a fucking glorious racket.
I can imagine.
It's brilliant.
I'm curious as to whether it's going to be on Spotify or not, so we can stick it on a playlist.
It's not. Well, I didn't find it on Spotify. I think there is a YouTube, obviously one of those YouTube clips where there's nothing to see, but the track is there. It might be on Spotify, but you're better at finding things on Spotify than I am. But this is genuinely one of my favourite pieces of music. It was released in 1997, and Ground Zero is the band, as I say, and they released an album called Plays Standards, and it is all flayed, distorted, twisted, extreme cover versions. It's got Gene Raskin's though.
I would expect nothing less from you.
It's brilliant.
I would expect nothing less.
It's brilliant. It's got Gene Raskin's "Those Were the Days," my friend. It's got Burt Bacharach, so I say a little prayer, and it's fantastic. This track is the opening track on the album and is the best track on the album. And as I say, it is certainly one of my favourite pieces of music. It begins with a few seconds of backward vocals and then suddenly erupts into an almighty, blistering thunder. The vocal line, because Hara sang obviously his little bit, that's been replaced with an absolutely screaming saxophone of Kikuchi Nariyoshi. And it's just absolutely ear-melting. It's got super fluid, wonderful drumming. Some of the best drumming ever. And they're 2 drummers, which is always good, but it's super fantastic. Otomo Yoshihide's guitar, as always, is just scorching. And it breaks into, in the middle, just the whole thing breaks down and you just got these Japanese female vocals. I'm not sure whether it's Sachiko Matsubara or Tanaka Yumoke, who are both part of Ground Zero. It's difficult to tell. But then it just suddenly erupts again into this massive crescendo. It is stunning. It is fantastic. Everybody has to hear it. It's brilliant.
I will make sure my mum listens to it and I'll get her. Fucking hell. I don't even know if I can follow that. I'm at a loss. I'm at a
You'll
loss,
find. I
really.
think the really interesting thing is when you hear the contrast between the quaint little original and the behemoth, the noise monster it becomes. It's
I can
remarkable.
imagine. Yeah, I think that is. I mean, I love cover
Mm.
versions. I just think they're the greatest thing in the world. I mean, there are shit cover versions.
Oh
Don't
yeah,
get me
yeah.
wrong, but a good cover version where they kind of, either take the original and kind of improve on it, or take it and just knock the living shit out of
Hmm.
it. I think either or are
Yeah, you're going to make
fantastic.
it different. You're going to make it
Um,
your own, as they
Oh,
say, I tell
absolutely,
you.
yeah, yeah. I don't think there's I reckon I could have come up with 100
Yeah,
cover
it
versions
was hard.
quite
It
easily.
was hard whittling
At
down.
least, I, I'll be honest. The list here, I've got one spare, just in case we did cross over. I didn't think we would. Which I then realised that we'd actually spoken about
Oh right.
in a previous episode. I wrote down five pretty much when we agreed to do it, and I've stuck with them. I don't want to change them,
Okay.
because um, I, I could have driven myself bonkers just going through cover version after cover version,
Mhm.
and just trying to do it. And I'm sure it's that much fun. We could come back to it
We will.
again
I mean,
as
ever
well.
since we've been going to 5 entries each rather than 10, I think we've
Yeah,
recognised that almost every episode we've done, we've ended up with lots and lots of others we wanted to include. Whether it's
yeah.
ambient girl singers, whatever.
Oh, totally.
We'll
Yeah,
come back to
yeah,
them.
yeah. Okay, brilliant. Well, that's a good start. I don't think I'm going to live up to that, but my first one is, I was going to say, for a long while was my favourite cover version of all time. I just adored it. The original was recorded in 1966 by the Byrds, and it was a kind of psychedelic. Well, it was banned. It got banned because the powers that be, or as they referred to them in the '60s, the man, thought that it referred to drugs, and they said, no, 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 it's nothing to do with drugs, nothing to do with drugs. Why else would you call a song 8 miles fucking high?
Aha.
You know, and the cover version was by Husker Du.
Ah,
Um,
yes.
easily, easily one of my favourite bands of all time. I love Husker Du. Husker Du were a trio from Minneapolis. Bob Mould on guitar and vocals, Grant Hart on drums and vocals, Greg Norton on bass. And Grant and Bob normally took care of all the songwriting, and whichever song they wrote, they sang. Uh, and they were active from early 80s to 87. I think they split up for various reasons. But 8 Miles High, I can remember buying the 7-inch single. It was recorded during the sessions for their third. I can't remember. They did so many albums. It's hard to remember which. But for Zen Arcade, which was their double
Yeah.
concept album, and is superb. 8 Miles High. I mean, the original is kind of like I say, it's kind of a soft Californian, soft rock song,
Hmm.
really, psychedelic soft rock. 8 Miles High by Husker Du, they absolutely ripped the arse out of it. I mean, one of the reasons I loved it is because the whole thing sounded so anguished. Um, Bob Mould's voice was barely holding it together, and his guitar, man, it sounded like his guitar was just screaming, going, "No, Bob, no more! Fuck me, man, you're killing me!" And Bob's going, "Fuck off, guitar, take some more of this." And it's just, it is one of the greatest, in my opinion, one of the greatest cover versions of all time. Husker Du, uh, as I say, split up, still revered. Never quite got the commercial. They were about 2 years too early, I think.
I'm sure I've just
Um,
seen that there's
you
a
know,
reissue program that's
there
there
is.
is, yeah.
So, The wonderful Numero Records have reissued lots of stuff, and they've got some. They've released a box set called Savage Young Do from a few years ago, which was lots and lots of early recordings, and they've just about to release a box set of live recordings from a European tour. But they're a bit expensive. I can't quite afford them, which miffs me. But they keep putting out these bloody replica T-shirts of Husker Du. I keep buying the fucking things. I've got so many Husker Du T-shirts. I already had 3. I've now got another new one from the New Day Rising tour, and I've just bought another one from the Flip Your Wig tour because they're just that looks really, and they're kind of really limited, and
Yeah.
you can buy them for about a week, and then that's it. You can't get them anymore, and then you get them about a month later. Great t-shirts, and great bands. And the live recordings, I've heard some of them. They're kind of popping up sporadically on streaming sites, and they've released a few EPs so far. It sound amazing, absolutely amazing. I never got to see them live. They barely played England at all. And when they did, it was mainly kind of London. And these were back in the days where getting to London was just such a fact.
I saw them in Nottingham.
Just wasn't. Oh, did you?
On the New Day Rising.
Oh, awesome.
On the New Day Rising. And funnily enough, as much as I liked the records, as much as I loved the records, it wasn't until I saw them live that I realised that some of the singing was done by the drummer. I was fascinated being a drummer. But yeah, it's great.
I remember. I had Land Speed Records, and you didn't like it, did you?
No, not so keen on that initially. No,
I remember that, and then I remember talking to you a few years later, and you going, "Oh, Husker Du," and I was like, "I thought you fucking hated Husker Du." No, I like them now.
Tastes change. I think New Day Rising,
absolutely.
New Day Rising is absolutely classic record. It's absolutely awesome.
Oh man, those first 2 tracks, New Day Rising, straight into The Girl Who Lived on Heaven Hill.
Yeah, I apologise. It's an absolute storming record.
That was my first cover version of Husker Du, 8 Miles High.
Excellent one indeed. Well done. Okay.
Yes, there you go.
Off into my number 2 then. And this is one that you mentioned, I think, actually. Not this version, but the song, Johnny Remember Me. Johnny Remember Me, written by Jeff Goddard, released in 1961 and sung by John Layton, backed by the Outlaws. Produced by legendary sound engineer Joe Meek, who famously shot his landlady when she complained about him making too much noise, and then he killed himself, which is one way to end an evening, isn't it?
Yeah. So, happy days. What did you do last night, Joe? Well, funny you should ask.
Turn that down, bang. Johnny Remember Me is one of those death ditties, and you were talking about death ditties when you were talking about Shangri-Las.
I think did I mention John? I think I used Johnny Remember Me as a.
You did, and it is one of those. It was initially banned by the BBC as a consequence of its reference to death. Sensitivity's very, very high there.
Dear.
So the original canters along nicely. We got the ethereal voice of the dead girl imploring that she's not forgotten by Johnny. Credited as just Helen on the record on the cover. You even get the ghostly woos in the trees, and it's been covered multiple times. That was lovely.
Thank you.
I'm not sure if that was an owl in pain. That was, or Jeremy Corbyn.
I just sat on the cats.
It's a great tune. Covered loads of times. Dave Vanian, after the Damned split up in 1989, he formed the Phantom Chords, and they did a version.
Oh, that's yes.
Terrible.
The only cover version I know of Johnny Remember Me,
you're going to know it,
is by the Meteors.
Fucking brilliant, the Meteors. Although we'd like to mention the cover by a Dutch band, Les Robots, which is very strange. Worth looking out for.
I can imagine.
But yes, the Meteors.
I'll have a look for it,
Great cover. Always loved this record. Psychobilly band from London. Psychobilly band with a kind of punk crossover, multicoloured hair and so on. So whereas the original canters along nicely, Steve Meadham's pounding drums on this gallop like a shy horse on coke or something. And you got surf guitar slicing through like a flick knife. Paul Fennick's voice is superb. It's got a kind of an aggression to it, but it's not an aggressive song. It's a quite sad song, really, but it is total sing along in the shower music. if I was ever to do karaoke again, this would be the song I would choose. I've only ever done karaoke once, and that was in a club in Birmingham where about 16 of us got very, very pissed. We all had to do karaoke. I have no idea what song was playing when I did my karaoke bit, but I know I was executing an enthusiastic rendition of Discharge's Visions of War nonetheless. Which went down very, very well. So I'm not a big fan of the Meteors. This is from their second album, Wrecking Crew, which is okay. I'm not really a big fan of the Meteors.
I think I've got that. I know I definitely had the single on the 7-inch single of Johnny Remember Me.
Yeah, I've got it twice for some reason. But they it's one of those that I forgot.
Just to show off, just to get one up on me.
I keep forgetting I've got a record and go and buy it again if I see it. But it's bloody marvellous, absolutely great, and that's my second one.
Excellent. Yeah, that is a good one. That's a good one. I really like that version. I really like the original. Yeah, it is a great classic song.
Yeah.
I like a lot of Joe Meek. So a lot of Joe Meek stuff, I'm a bit like, huh? Fuck,
it was a little strange.
But yeah, a little. Yeah, and but yeah, that is a definite good one. That is excellent. Okay, number 2 for me is a cover version recorded in 1979 of a 1977 single by a Jamaican reggae artist called Willie Williams. So the song was a B-side to the first single from this band's third LP. The single was to have the same name as the LP and rhymes with Bundon Balling.
What could that be? White Man in Hammersmith Palais?
No, it's Armageddon Time. Armageddon Time, the B-side of London Calling by The Clash. Right. And this is, again, one of the great cover versions. The Willie Williams version is a great song, a great reggae song. The Clash were always big fans of reggae. Paul Simonon grew up in an area of London where there were many reggae or places that played reggae. He'd go to see various sound systems with his skinhead mates when he was younger, apparently, and always had a love for reggae, and then brought that into the band. This was recorded at the same time, I think, as the rest of the London Calling album. It was on the B-side. And the B-side of the 12-inch has a proper extended version. It's like they did 2 different versions and then edited them together.
Okay.
And famously, they went into the recording, played it live in the studio. And Joe Strummer, lead singer of The Clash, for anyone who doesn't know, asked Cosmo Vinyl, who was one of their employees, I think, to let them know when I think it was like when they'd been playing for 2 minutes. It was something like 2 minutes and 49 seconds because he thought that was the ideal time that a song should go on. And at that time, you can actually hear it on the record. Cosmo Vinyl shouts out, "All right, time's up, let's have you out of there." To which Joe Strummer replies on microphone, okay, don't push us when we're hot. And it's incorporated into the song, and it just is. It's one of the great B-sides. You put on a
little voice there. I'm not sure whether you were going to try and do Joe Strummer.
Well, that was partly. I kind of stopped myself just as I was about to do it. I thought, don't be too bloody Clash nerdy. But he does. He goes, okay, don't push us when we're hot.
He doesn't say that bit.
He probably did, but you couldn't hear it because the proper bass was going over the top of it. I can guarantee if I'd have been in that studio, I'd have been going dum because that is a classic bass song. It's a brilliant song. And if I can, I will put the full version.
How long's the full version?
I think it's probably 6 or 7 minutes altogether. It might even be longer than that. I can't remember. It's like the full version is on the B side of the 12-inch single.
Okay.
which is over there somewhere in the rest of the vinyl with all the Clash stuff.
Yeah. But you can do a cover of it, going dum 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 dum. That can be your cover version.
Dum 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 dum. Well, you could say my next cover version is Dave doing the bass of Armageddon Time, because it was so fantastic. Why not? Why not? But it's a great song. So what I will do is, when we do the playlist, where I can, I'll put on the original and the cover version, because I think that seems
That's
like
my
the
idea.
obvious
That was
thing
my
to
idea.
do.
You've just stolen my idea for the public.
Did you? Had you already said
I said that. It was the day we said let's do cover versions. I said,
did you?
Let's put on the original and then the cover that we're talking
Yeah,
about.
la 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 la. Can't hear you.
All this celebrity.
Listeners,
It's got your head.
definitely my idea. Definitely my idea.
Oh, the fame has gone to your head.
Yes. I'm so disappointed I haven't been asked for a selfie yet.
They would do.
Don't you know who I am?
Jeremy Corbyn.
I'm Jeremy Corbyn from Instagram. I'm the bloke with the records and the allotment. Used to be in charge of the Labour Party.
Oh, goodness me. Okay, cool. Excellent. Right. Is that all you wanted to say on your cover version? As much as it was
believe that
eloquent?
was all I wanted to say.
Okey-dokey.
Yes, that was a pretty good one. I have actually written more notes because I just want to sound like you, Jay. I was talking to someone about how these sound, the podcast sound, and anyone who has any idea, after 10 seconds will go, he's got ADHD though, because he can't finish a sentence. He goes off, I'm up and down like I never get to the end of a sentence.
No, your brain's going too fast. And
my brain is. My brain. I'm on number 5 already. I'm just working out what to say.
Settle down.
Oh, trying. I'm trying.
You are looking trying. Okay, we'll do my number 3 then. And my number 3, this is one that I thought we might have crossed over. It's a bit of a long shot, but I thought we might. And it's Johnny Cash's version of Hurt, the Nine Inch Nails song. No. Okay. Johnny Cash, Hurt. The original, written by Trent Reznor of Nine Inch Nails. It comes from the 1994 album, The Downward Spiral, which I do have, although I don't like very much. Was never a big fan. Never a big fan of Nine Inch Nails, to be honest. I've seen them live with 10,000 other people in an arena, and they did do, or Trent did do, Hurt, and all the noise stopped, and he played it very nicely on the piano. But I think it's an anodyne song, really. I don't think Trent Reznor puts much. There's not much conveyance of emotion in it for me, but. That was all to change when producer Rick Rubin, the hirsute star of Def Jam Records and so on, he had this brainwave that he was going to revive Johnny Cash's career, and started creating the environment by which Cash could get back in the studio, recording some specially written songs and some cover versions for what was to become the American Recordings series. And this track, Cash's version, comes from the 2002 album American 4, The Man Comes Round, which unsurprisingly was the 4th album in the series. And Cash really injected wheelbarrow loads full of raw human emotion. He really brought the song to life, but in a painful way. Every word of Cash's voice on this song feels authentic. And it's unsurprisingly because Cash had his own challenges in life. He'd struggled with alcoholism. He'd been addicted to amphetamines and barbiturates. He struggled with God. The tension between his kind of Southern baptism and the outlaw man in black, booze, fags, women, and so on. So it all struggled with that. But towards the end of his life, as this was, it seemed to be something that he totally fitted. This song fitted him. Reznor himself was so impressed by Cash's version that he said, that song isn't mine anymore. And the poignancy of it was that American 4 was to be the last in this series because Cash died not long afterwards. His wife June died a few months after the album came out, and then 4 months later, Cash went as well. So it's particularly poignant from that perspective as well. When you see the video by Mark Romanek, you really do get a sense of the pain.
I was just about to, I was just about to say that the video. I think that's, you can't separate the two really. The song and the video. I don't think you always think of that video when you hear that song.
It's tough watching.
It's very sad.
It's tough watching. It
is. Yes, absolutely.
Awarded a Grammy, and NME readers voted it the best video of all time, which is possible.
Well, I wouldn't go quite that far. They obviously never seen the Spice Girls, have they?
Yes, maybe so, but it is terrible. And lots of scenes of Cash's faded past, particularly the house of Cash, which was kind of like a tourist attraction. And at the time of the shooting, it was all boarded up and closed down, but they got that in the film as well. So I think it's an okay song, but the cover is leaps and bounds better than the original. And I think, as you say, with the video as well, it's a hard watch, but it is brilliant.
Yeah. No, I totally agree. I'm not a big Nine Inch Nails fan, to be perfectly honest. No. They never really. I don't know. It was something about they were kind of seen as the leading lights of that genre, whatever you'd call it, industrial.
Well, that was, I think, as I said before, that whole use of the word industrial for bands like that was a little bit offensive because it was never industrial.
Totally, but they were seen as the leaders, and I just thought, what? I just don't, I just didn't get it. It never really struck me as being, for want of a better expression, hardcore enough.
It wasn't noisy enough. It wasn't hard enough.
Yeah. Because, for industrial, for me, was like everything from Throbbing Gristle that you introduced us to all those bloody decades ago. To Godflesh.
Yeah.
But
what do we know?
Well, you do. We wouldn't have heard of Throbbing Gristle if it wasn't for you back in the late 70s, early 80s. That was I have to admit, I didn't quite get it at the time. I think I had that Discipline 12-inch.
That is a fantastic record. Live in Berlin on one side and live in Manchester on the other. Yeah.
And then some of the other things, other stuff I didn't quite get at the time. But but that gave me an idea of where industrial music should be. And as I say, in Godflesh and all that kind of thing. Pitch Shifter even and that. But for for what Nine Inch Nails were doing, that sounded more like Front 242 to me.
Yeah, and I didn't like them either.
Skinny Puppy, and I liked some of Front 242. Some of that. See, that was never hardcore enough for me. No. That all verged. If it had been electro pop or something, I'd have got it. But when you're telling me that's this genre, and I'm like, I don't think so.
Yeah, a lot of it sounded.
I think we were spoiled.
We were.
We were spoiled.
A lot of that stuff that they were calling hard industrial music, it sounded like Depeche Mode on a bad day.
Yeah.
But we were clearly wrong anyway, because the Downward Spiral went straight into the US charts at number 2, selling out bloody arenas. I think people must have been leading sheltered lives and didn't really know what they were missing.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong. I don't dislike any of it. I just thought, it's just not really for me. I could think of a lot more noisier stuff that I preferred.
Totally agree.
Yeah.
So your number 3, I believe, then.
Yes, my number 3. So my number 3. This particular band, I had a plethora of cover versions. A plethora. Yes.
But Jaws
that's
on the
like
floor.
A lot, plus even more.
The fact that you've used the word plethora is just not the kind of word I'd expect from you.
Do you know, I can even spell it. So I'm not going to, because I don't. That's not how I roll. But if I wanted to, I could spell it.
Yes.
Plethora.
Excellent,
Plethora.
excellent. So all that
Um,
graffiti you've been doing on the local railway station, but a
yes,
plethora of abuses.
that's my tag. Plethora. That bloody plethora's been round here, leaving a plethora of graffiti. Yeah.
It's good. It's original.
Thank you. Thank you. So this the one I've chosen of the plethora is a cover of a special song originally recorded in 1980. Now, the band in question, as I say, are renowned for doing cover versions from pretty. I don't know. I was going to say accurate ones, but they're not. They're all kind of punked up a bit.
Snuff.
But they also, yes, well done. Yes, Snuff, and the cover was "Do Nothing" by the Specials, and it came from an album that their second, kind of it was a mini album really, called Flibbity Dibbity Dob, released in 1990. And we played the tits off this. This was around the time of Snuff. We were playing Snuff, Leatherface, another brilliant band who I'm saving for the right opportunity to wax lyrical about. Mega City 4, who we've covered already, various other punk bands, but Flibbity Dibbity Dob was just one of the great fun LPs. It's just superb. The cover of "Do Nothing" is just superb. It's got all of the melancholy of the original Specials version, but played at about 5 times the speed.
Yeah.
But they still managed to just get that sense of kind of quiet despair that there's nothing ever changes. Nothing ever change. Oh no, because we're living in a life without meaning. And it's just fantastic. The other covers on there, as I say, range from the sublime to the ridiculous. There's "I Can't Explain" by The Who, "Reach Out" by the Four Tops, "Hazy Shade of Winter" by Simon and Garfunkel.
Got to think and
then
now.
you've got that was on the first LP. That was on Snuff Said, along with a cover of there was a Jimi Hendrix cover on that as well. Purple Haze.
Purple Haze, yeah.
Played at about 3 times the speed it should have been. And then you went to the ridiculous. You had popular advertisements, TV advertisements at the time. So you had the Shake and Vac ad. You had the Do It Quick from Do It All. Do it all, do it. And Bran Flakes, the breakfast cereal. And then in the end, In Sickness and in Health, a Chaz and Dave cover. And it is just fabulous. It's just so fun. I still listen to it. I still listen to it quite regularly now. I probably listen to that and Dimmer Must Be Bonk more than any other Snuff LPs. They're both. I mean, that LP was post Simon Wells leaving. The original, they split up and then got back together. Simon, Duncan, and Andy, and then Simon left, and then I think Andy left as well. And then it was but I've seen them several times. They're still great fun. They've also covered Whatever Happened to the Likely Lads, an old TV theme from the 70s, which is just amazing as well. They've done the Match of the Day theme. They've done Macy Gray. They've done Fatboy Slim. They would cover anything and make a good job of it, But this LP, if you want a good laugh, just a smile on your face for probably 20 minutes, I think. I should also say probably about 20 minutes, if that. There are 2 originals on there that are fantastic as well. Rods and Mockers and Ecstasy are fantastic, and they're just thrown away onto a covers LP. Two awesome punk rock songs. And they were punk rock, obviously punk rock band. Anyone who doesn't know, with trombone, they had trombone. They're all kind of old punk rock stroke Northern Soul fans. They had trombone. They've got organ in them. Signed to NoFX's record label out in America. And one of my favourite punk bands of all time.
Oh, wow.
I absolutely love Snuff, and I've seen them. They used to play Cambridge a fair bit. They were friends with my friend DS, who used to put on loads of gigs. Or I think well, he doesn't put on anymore. And there'd always be someone associated with Snuff popping up, and Leatherface for that matter.
Right.
All kind of play a gig, all go and stay around his house, and then off to the next one.
Right.
But yeah, fantastic band.
Yes,
Snuff.
great.
And Do Nothing. That's my
good record and a good cover.
3.
Yeah, I would love to. I think Lost Blops should do a remake of Flippity Dibbity Dob. Flippity Dibbity Dob by Lost Blops would be well worth having.
Yes, absolutely.
I saw Snuff. They were supporting Godflesh on the Street Cleaner tour, which was
Really?
it's a strange
Wow.
combination,
Yeah.
but it worked. I mean, it was great fun, and then Masses of Noise, but it was a great
Yeah.
gig. Yeah, good one.
They played the Portland Arms. They did Reading Festival a few a long while ago now. It must be 10, 12 years ago. And they needed to do a warm-up gig before the festival. So DS got them down to the Portland Arms in Cambridge, and sent emails out to lots of people who'd been going to his gigs and said, "I've got stuff for playing. If you want a ticket, let me know." I went down there with my pal Mike. Oh my God, what a gig! It was one of the best gigs. They'd rehearsed about. They must have rehearsed about 30 songs, played the fucking lot.
Yeah.
Just song after song after song. There were people on the stage. There were people hanging from the ceiling. It was amazing. There were people up singing the bloody choruses and everything. I didn't go up because I can't remember. I can never remember song words. I'm terrible at it.
You always doing karaoke on holiday.
Yeah, but I can read those
got them
fuckers, can't I?
see, yeah,
they've got them. Yeah. My version of "God Save the Queen" in this year. God, I went down the storm. I can tell you.
I wouldn't like a storm.
Gran Canaria will never be the same.
Leveled it in a song.
Leveled it. I was there. God Save the Queen.
Is the Portland Arms still running as a venue?
Oh yeah, Portland Arms is still going. They converted it a few years ago. They put the gig room. They virtually rebuilt it, turned it round.
Right.
Took up all the part of the courtyard. Lovely little venue.
Yeah, it's a nice
Lovely
place.
little venue.
The City
Portland
Limits
Arms.
has closed, hasn't it?
City Limits went years ago.
Yeah.
Although it might have a different. It did have a different name. I can't remember what it was turned into. But yeah, Cambridge being my local big city. So we've got the Junction, the Corn Exchange, and the Portland, and where's the other one? Oh, there's the 6-6 Club we've got now.
6-6, not 6-6.
The 6-6 Club. No, 6-6 Club. It's the neighbour of the beast, I think, or something. I don't know.
The auntie of the beast.
Yes, yeah. All with just a little bit satanic.
A little bit too timid.
Not totally.
Too timid for the whole thing.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
cool. I've not been out in Cambridge for a gig for years and years. It's too far for me now.
Yes, it's okay. There's a couple of other places that they put on gigs as well. It's okay. There's a couple of good promoters down here. We get to go every now and again to see someone. Yeah, in fact, Mickey Bereni Trio playing tonight.
I don't know who that is.
I did. That's the Mickey from Lush.
Oh right, okay. Wasn't a big fan of Lush, so doesn't mean a lot.
What?
I know.
Fucking hell,
Here you
honestly.
go again, all autocratic on your taste in music.
Yes, I know. Anyway, come on. What's your next one? What's your next one?
My number 4 was written in 1949.
It's One Direction, isn't it? Is it One Direction's version of?
You're going in One Direction, Sonny Jim Shine. Shut your trap. It was written by Pete Seeger and Lee Hayes in 1949. It was first recorded by the Weavers, but it was a big hit for Peter, Paul, and Mary in 1962. It's been covered.
I'm going to know this, isn't I?
It's been covered by loads of people, and it has been described as a young national anthem for the United States. This cover comes from The Final Frontier, because it is Leonard Nimoy who is singing this.
Oh,
And it's
yeah.
it's amazing. It's amazing because you got the sonorous stentorian voice of Dr. Spock, a voice best suited to
Hold
character
on,
acting.
I just need to look up stentorian because I've no idea what that means.
Do it later. Do it later.
S
Yes. Well,
T.
I thought if you're throwing plethora into so casually, I've got to do better than that. So we go Stentorian. He's got this voice that's best suited to character acting, to grave documentaries or seriousness, and here it is. For all of those, fits perfectly. But when you put it on top of an upbeat Christian pop song that is going too fast anyway, it sounds like deluded madness. It sounds absolutely crazy. It sounds like a serial killer on acid has just jumped in to a wild evangelical cult camp. You know, he does his best. And Leonard Nimoy, to be fair, has done quite a lot of recorded work. Some of it is passable
I've
and
actually
serious.
listened to I've listened to it as well. Yeah.
To my ears, it sounds like he's struggling to stay upright a lot of it, because sometimes, there's a line, all over this land, the song, of course, but
All over this land.
But he kind of changed it to all over this land.
It's not your record player doing it, having a wobbly, is it?
It's great. It's great. It's a spoken word section in it as well, where it all kind of comes down, and he does his very serious, we must all love each other and across the world and everything, which sounds like a cross between President Johnson, David Koresh, and Beaker from the Muppets, to be honest. It's just a bit wild. As good as this is, it was a tough choice, because this is from an album of cover versions called Spaced Out, and it is...
I think I've listened to it. I think I've heard it.
It's 1970, the height of Star Trek, and William Shatner and Leonard Nimoy decide that they're going to put out this record, and it is bizarre. I toyed with the idea of this one or that one, but if I had a hammer's my favourite. But you got to hear William Shatner's Mr. Tambourine Man if you haven't heard it, because that's just scary. It's just weird.
I have, and William Shatner did another cover version, and didn't he do "Common People" by Pulp?
Oh, I don't know. I've not heard that one. It's not.
I'm pretty sure William Shatner did a cover, another album of cover versions not that long ago, and I'm sure he did a Pulp song that may or may not have been.
It might have been. I bet he spoke it. See, William Shatner
he did speak.
He doesn't sing. Yeah. He acts the song, and he takes on the characters, and he gets very, very involved in it.
It's brilliant. I've got the bloody CD somewhere. I know I have. I picked it up in a charity shop, I think.
Okay. Well, it's great.
I remember. I was going to say. I remember when. Do you remember in the 70s when Telly Savalas was playing Kojak?
Yes, of course.
And he did. He did If, didn't he?
He
did. I think
got to number one, didn't it? It was big.
Charles Aznavour, wasn't it? And he just read it. He went, If a picture paints 1,000 words,
yes,
then why? And I can remember watching him on Top of the Pops, going, well, "He's not even fucking singing, Mum. He's not even singing." And my mum's going, "Shh, Kojak." And I couldn't work it out. I was like, "Why would you release a single when you're talking?" I mean, given I was only about 8 at the time, but.
Yeah, well, it worked.
And
it worked.
Pretty much as stupid as I am now as well. So
I vouch for that. I knew you when you was young, and I vouch for that. Yes, yeah. But it's weird. I mean, it worked. And both Nimoy and Shatner have made dozens of records where they've been basically their characters. I do like It Was a Very Good Year, which is a Sinatra hit that Shatner does, and I think he does that okay. But the rest of it is just mad. But Nimoy sadly died 10 years ago, and to all intents and purposes, he was a very decent chap. He was a great actor. Well, he's a good actor. But that song, I think, worthy of any list of cover versions.
I was looking up. I was on Instagram yesterday, and Simon Pegg was telling a story. I saw a video of Simon Pegg telling a story about about Leonard Nimoy, and how much and how. What a nice guy he was. I found that it is Common People. I've just found the William Shatner album. It was called Has Been,
Okay.
And this is interesting. I didn't know this. It's also got "That's Me Trying" featuring Amy Mann and Ben Folds
Oh.
together, featuring Lemon Jelly, and "I Can't Get Behind That" featuring Henry Rollins.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
God.
yeah. So now, as soon as we finish, I'm going to be over there digging through all my bloody CDs trying to find the sodding thing. I've no idea. I've no idea where it is. I just know that I got it for it. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, good call.
Okay,
I like
there
that
you
one.
go.
I like that one. That was a good one. Excellent. Well, my number 4 is a cover of a Bob Dylan song.
Oh.
The original single was Bob Dylan song was released in 1965. This cover version was released in 1966,
Oh.
which was quite usual for the time. Lots of bands would do cover versions of songs that had only just been released. The Beatles used to do them, and then people would do Beatles songs and that. And this is the song is called "It's All Over Now, Baby Blue," and the cover version is by them.
Oh. Who?
And them.
Who?
Sorry, no, not who. Them. Pay attention. And they were a Northern Irish rock band, most famous for their lead singer, one Mr. Van Morrison.
Oh, gosh.
And yes. Oh, you're sneering.
I'm not a fan
the
of
listeners can't see this, but yeah. Jake's having a sneer at Van Morrison. Apparently, by all accounts, he is a stroppy twat.
Yeah.
My friend Janet lives in Belfast, and I think she's come across him a couple of times, and she loves Van Morrison, and even she thinks he's a stroppy twat as well. So yeah, apparently he's a stroppy twat. But "It's All Over Now, Baby Blue" is a cover of the Bob Dylan song, and it's better. It's just got this. I tell you what it is. It's got this gorgeous organ being played in the background, and it's kind of this kind of bubbly sounding organ, but sounds it's quite. I'm going to say melancholy again, I'm afraid, but yeah, it's just got the whole song has this melancholy feeling, and Van Morrison sings it in such a resigned tone, because it is all over now, baby blue. You can just tell, and he's obviously not happy about it. He sounds quite broken up about it. Yeah, really sad song and a great cover version. They were going for some time, 64 to 67, 68. There's a couple of really great albums, the original lineup with Van Morrison, them and them again.
Okay.
And then he may have done another one, but then he went off to Stardom, Astral Weeks, Moon Dance, absolute all-time classic of an album, and various other kind of hit and miss records throughout his career. But I saw him years ago. We went to see him in Cambridge at the Corn Exchange, and bloody hell, it was shocking.
Shocking.
We got, when you go to a gig, you go to the nearest pub first of all, have a couple of pints, wander down, go in, watch the support band. We were in the pub, and I said, "Oh, shall we just go down there and get a drink in the bar?" So we walked down to the Corn Exchange. We walked in about 8 o'clock on the dot. He came on,
Right.
and he did an hour and a half. The last 20 minutes was this tedious rock and roll medley, and then he fucked off, and that was it. We were back in the village we lived in the pub before Last Orders.
Right. Okay. Was there much witty repartee in between songs?
None.
No.
He didn't say a bloody word. There was nothing. He didn't even grunt. Just went from one song to the other. Lots of stuff a few you'd heard, a few you'd like. The fuck was that? What did you just sing? Oh, I haven't got a clue. Yeah. And I was very disappointed. But yeah, he has released some absolute classic records. And this is really weird. This is really weird. As I said, I did this list virtually as soon as we got off the last recording for the last podcast, and I'd written Husker Du, The Clash, Snuff, Them, Baby Blue. Yesterday, I was checking out the website of our friends, The Greatest Playlist Ever, and Brooklyn Pete and DJ's name I always forget, which is dreadful of me, but I'm really sorry, guys. I'm afflicted. And on their latest playlist was this bloody song.
Good Lord.
And I thought, now I bought a lottery ticket. I did, I thought this is.
Which obviously went well.
There's something going. Though, yeah, I'm still sitting here, poor. But yeah, the greatest DJ Substance. That's right, DJ Substance. And and they had it on their playlist. And I thought, now that is just
synchronicity.
Is that Kismet? Is that Kismet? Oh, synchronicity. That'll do. Yeah, synchronicity. I like a good police reference at the best. So sorry, just having to slurp on my ginger ale.
So I'll edit that out. Those sound effects people can do without.
Yeah. What the hell?
They can be guessing for hours. What the hell? Beer.
Yes, I'm sorry. I need some red pasta.
What is he doing?
I know. Yeah. Next time we do it, I'm going to eat a bag of chips or something.
Well, that's it. We could do sound effects. Guess the sound effect competition.
Yeah. Guess what I'm having for my tea. Oh, that sounds a bit crunchy. Is it l'escargot?
Oysters.
Oh, I've never had an oyster.
No, I haven't.
Just don't fancy
No,
it.
It looks repulsive.
No, it's just like it does, doesn't it? I'll eat most things. I do like a bit of shellfish. I love cockles and whelks and jellied eels and all that malarkey. I think I'm a secret cockney. Or blind governor.
Secret cock.
Yeah, probably right.
Oh, good grief. Okay, right. My final entry for this episode. This one, the original, was by a young lady called Timo Euro. No, not a Japanese lady, because her full name was Rosemary Victoria Euro, and she was an Italian-American, born in Chicago, 1941. Very successful soul singer.
Are we allowed this after Brexit? Are we allowed to mention Euro?
It's Euro. Y-U-R-O.
Oh, no, sorry. I
Don't mention Brexit. It's bubbling up to the surface again. I don't know if you saw Rachel today. It's there. She didn't know Brexit was going to cause her financial difficulties. Good lordy hell.
No way.
No,
it caused fun. Yeah. I thought it had gone so swimmingly well.
I've yet to find a single person that can name one single benefit from Brexit. There's a lot of deluded people that seem to think it's wonderful.
Well, given that we British love queuing so much, you do get to queue a lot longer at airports, and so there is that. That could probably be classed as a benefit. Yeah.
Oh, I think the long grass we go. So, Euro, Y-U-R-O. Italian-American, born in Chicago, 1941, and as I say, she was a big, successful soul singer in the 60s. Her biggest hit reached number 4 in the US Billboard charts, and it was called Hurt. Nothing to do with either Trent Reznor or Johnny Cash, but just happened to be called Hurt. And it was covered by one of her biggest fans, Elvis Presley. She died, sadly, of cancer in 2004, but she left this pretty song that's been covered by a number of people over the years, most notably in 2009 by Morrissey and Susie Sue, which I would hasten to add is what I would call very non-essential. It's a very bland and weak cover version. Who brought Morrissey and Susie Sue together? I don't know. Who persuaded them to do it? I don't know. However, there is one cover which is truly breathtaking, achingly beautiful, powerful and moving. It is somebody I've mentioned before, so I'm not going to go into all of the background because this lady was on one of the lists, I think the 5 female singer list. And this version, it's Diamanda Galas and her piano, and that is it live. And it is perfect. Her voice flows from such delicate melody through to demonic shrieks and back again. It's anguish. It's beautiful. It's thoughtful. It's so superbly rendered. And her playing, her piano is so sublime. It's so delicate. It gives me goosebumps every every time I listen to it. And to be honest, it does bring me to tears most times I listen to it. Whatever mood I go in and put it on, it will bring me down in the next 3 or 4 minutes into a deeply emotional state. I couldn't imagine a more sorrowful, magical song being carved into vinyl anywhere ever. It's from a 2008 album, Guilty, 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 and it's actually a live version. And you can hear nothing of the audience. You can sense they're absolutely enraptured with this performance, until right at the very end. You wouldn't know it was live until right at the very end the applause comes through. It's so sad. Time is like a dream, and now for the time you are mine, let's hold fast to this dream. It's touching on the transience of.
Was that the lyrics, or were you just
No.
being really nice to me?
So I wanted to say to you, Dave, for a long time. I thought I'd slip it in, and hopefully. Yeah, it's a beautiful, beautiful song. As I say, the original's nice.
Jake,
Oh, Dave!
I feel the same.
Dave, you big old tart. Yeah, so it's about the transience of life and love, and just make the most of it while you can. But it is perfect. It's absolutely perfect. I'm pretty sure it is on Spotify, so we'll stick that on. I think the original is on there as well, which stands up on its own as a nice enough song. I won't, as I say too much more about Diamanda Galas, because I've spoken about her at some length in a previous episode. Suffice it to say, she is fantastic, and this is her. Okay, it's a cover, but it is just her at her best. Her piano, her singing, her playing, the atmosphere she creates with just the natural reverb of this room. It is absolutely sublime.
Awesome. Yeah, I can't. I think I own. I don't know whether I mentioned this last. I think I own one Diamanda Galas LP. And if I'm honest, I can't even remember where I got it. No, I can't remember where it is. I can't remember when I bought it even. Might have been after a conversation with you, and I just thought, oh, that sounds quite good.
I don't think I mentioned the name of the song after all of that, but it's called Interlude.
Interlude, yeah. Excellent. Yeah. Okay, that is just such a schoolboy error.
It was a dreadful error. For somebody,
it was
episode 15 to have made such an error.
Yes.
I can only say I was so focused on telling you that time is like a dream, Dave, and you know.
Oh dear,
dearie me.
Yeah, we're not getting any better.
We're not getting any better.
No. This,
I think that must be must be one of our winning points. Unprofessionalism.
Yeah, I wouldn't quite go far, but yeah. Oh dear.
Okay.
So, well, my final one is, when I wrote this down, I just wrote the name of the band, because they've done so many. You'll know who this is. They did so many covers when we were kids. Kids when we were in our teens. Okay. So many covers, so many singles came out, and we'd be up to Keith's Records, and we'd go, oh yeah, got it. You know, they were all in different coloured vinyl. The 7-inch singles, the LPs came out. They were all coloured vinyl. The Dickies.
I was thinking about the Dickies when we were talking about Snuff, funnily enough.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, the Dickies were the quintessential punk covers band. They just ripped through some. Well, actually, I say that, but I printed out a list of their singles, and there were only actually 4 covers in there.
Oh, right.
And I didn't actually pick one. I mean, obviously the most popular one was Banana Split song.
Brilliant.
Yeah, the Tra-La-La
song.
Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. God, we used to go bounding around school discos, jumping up and down in the gymnasiums to that bloody song. Yeah. Oh my goodness. I did that in a karaoke once as well.
Really?
Yeah, I was really pissed. But yeah, I did. We had a karaoke, and I had several pints, and in one night I did the Banana Split song, I did Knocking on Heaven's Door, and I did Roxanne
Oh,
by
good
the
God.
police. And
Torture.
by the end of the, I had the villagers were all out with pitchforks and chasing me back to my house, going, "Don't you ever show your face around here again, you karaoke mad fool!" Yeah, I did. I pretty much cleared the pub out, Roxanne
Yeah, I
especially.
can
That
I
was
can't imagine you
that's
singing that, and I'm very grateful that I can't imagine you singing that, to be honest.
it. It wasn't more. It was less singing and more being stabbed multiple times. It sounded like, it was kind of a.
Yeah.
It was more primal wail than anything resembling singing. I think
God. Yeah.
it was pretty bad. It was pretty bad. If they'd have recorded my rendition of Roxanne and pressed it onto that disc they sent up with the Voyager spacecraft, and aliens found
Yeah.
it, they would never fucking
Would
visit
keep us
Earth.
safe,
Believe
wouldn't it?
me,
Yeah.
they would be gone. Oh my God, they've got such torture machines. Have you heard this man being tortured? Roxanne!
Oh,
My
he did
good
it.
God, no, it was a. You don't have to put on the red light. Doors over. I did sing it in that
Did
style,
you?
which I found really
some
amusing.
kind of fey
Yeah,
American type thing going on
yeah.
there.
You don't have to put on the red light. Anyway, so the Dickies were a
Oh God.
were a very early US punk band, Californian, formed in around 77. And they consisted of Leonard Graves Phillips, Stan Lee, Billy Clubb, which may have been a pseudonym, Chuck Wagon,
Possibly.
may have been a pseudonym, and the drummer Carlos Caballero. And they did a string of cover versions, starting with Paranoid, played at probably 3 times the speed of the original. Then Eve of Destruction, which was a quite obscure protest song, originally recorded by a guy called Barry Maguire.
Not the boxer.
Back in the no, that was Barry McGuigan.
No, but whenever he says Barry Maguire, I always think of the
Burger. It sounded like he probably said, like, "Who's that boxer? Barry McGuire." Oh yeah, Barry
Even
McGuire.
Destruction. That's the one. Yeah.
Oh, Christ. Are we ever going to get to the end of this one? Then they then did their Christmas cover of Silent Night, which was pretty awesome actually. Then obviously Banana Split Song, and I think the last, although they have done some more recently, but the last one of that run of singles I think was Gigantor, which was the theme tune to I think it was the American theme tune to a Japanese giant robot.
Like it, yeah. I don't remember the song, but yeah.
And Gigantor was one of my nearly, I think, my favourite. I did love Eve of Destruction, but there was something really quite manic about everything. It was all played at like supersonic speed.
Yes. Incredible musicianship.
and
I mean, you can say the same about Snuff.
They were really good.
To be able to hold it together that fast.
Totally. Yeah, they were brilliant. And as I say, all of the singles came out on coloured vinyl. So I think Paranoid was clear vinyl. Haven't written these down. Thought I'd give myself a challenge. Eve of Destruction was pink. They then did an original, Give It Back. That was on white vinyl. Silent Night was on white vinyl. Banana Splits was on yellow vinyl, of course. Obviously. Nights in White Satin as well. The Moody Blues, yes, on white vinyl. Manny Mo and Jack was, I think that might have come out in black vinyl. Actually, I think that was one of the only black ones in. Fan Mail was red. Gigantor, I believe, was yellow. They must have done a blue one in there somewhere. No, maybe not. And then the record was on yellow. The LP was on yellow. That was called The Incredible Shrinking Dickies. Yeah. And then the second one was Dawn of the Dickies, after Dawn of the Dead. That was on blue vinyl.
Yeah, I didn't get that.
That was. And they were a great band. Yeah, great band. Well, I think we were all big Dickies fans. Yeah. I think they appealed to I mean, we were still kids. Definitely appealed to the childish side of us.
It was novel.
And
It was novel. It was energetic. And
very,
it
yeah,
felt like you're kind of trashing a bit of the past and making it new again by listening to this stuff.
yeah. And you had, I mean, and coloured vinyl was a novelty back then as well. So you could collect all the singles on the coloured vinyl.
I was just going to say, did you? So you've mentioned a whole plethora of Dickie's covers. There was there one in
Thank you.
particular that stood
Yes,
out for you as the one that you would nominate, should it be necessary?
I probably. I was going to say Gigantor, but now I'm thinking about it, I would probably say Eva
Oh,
Destruction.
really?
I always liked Eva
Yeah.
Destruction. Paranoid's great because Paranoid is, you know, is like obviously played about, like I say,
Mm,
3 or 4 times faster than the original. Silent Night is very funny, but it's a Christmas song, so I don't think you'd listen to it all the time. Nights in White Satin was a good
yeah, yeah,
they had a good crack
yeah.
at that. Banana Splits is just hilarious.
That's my
Even
yeah,
now.
that's my favourite.
I think it's weird because normally something like Banana Splits you get fed up with in about a week, but I don't think we ever
Never,
did.
never.
It was just so fabulous.
There might be people out there listening that don't actually know the Banana Splits when you think about it. Because when did that finish? That was in the 70s.
Oh, that was
Yeah.
70s. Yeah, that was like early
It's
70s.
early, mid
That
70s.
was
Yeah.
so Banana Splits was a show with
Oh, I'm looking forward to your explanation.
they were yeah, no, I think yeah, I'm gonna have to think about that.
How do you describe the Banana
How the
Splits?
fuck do? Yeah.
All right. Best of luck.
Jeepers. Yeah, so Banana Splits were, do you know what? They don't actually tell you what animals they are. All they say is they had animal costumes, and I kind of remember that they were never a particular animal. But they were supposed to be a rock band. So they were all these blokes in these ridiculous animal costumes. One of them had a great big nose. I think that was Snorky. They were Fleagle, Bingo, Drooper, Snorky.
Yeah.
And then so they kind of had a Banana Splits mobile. They would mess around the studio. They'd play silly songs, and then there'd be cartoons as well.
Yeah.
So the cartoons, if I remember, were the Three Musketeers,
Yes.
Arabian Nights,
Yes.
and then they had a little TV series called Danger Island.
Oh, that name's familiar. I don't remember much about that.
So there was a guy in. I mean, bear in mind, we were probably 6 or 7 when this was at its peak. I think I don't know if it tells you what year it came out. I don't think it does. But there was and this Danger Island. They were stuck on an island, and on the island there was lots of danger. So obviously, the obvious thing
Who'd have thought?
but there was a character in it who I'm not sure whether he was native to the island, and his name was Dungo.
Dungo, that is that does sound familiar.
And what they do, and when there was danger, they would go, "Uh-oh, Dungo," and that
wasn't it
became.
Chungo?
I don't know. I always thought it was Dungo. I don't think it didn't bloody tell you anywhere.
No, I
That's
think
the
it was
problem.
Chungo. I can Chungo was something I remember.
Oh, here we go. Danger Island. Let me see. It was Chungo. Yes, you're right. Yes.
Yeah.
Chungo. According to Wikipedia, portrayed by Kim Kahana.
Oh, whatever happened
So when
to
there was danger on Danger Island, which obviously happened
Every
quite
day,
regularly
yes.
because it was Danger Island, hence the danger. I think I could probably leave that.
You've overplayed that now. I think you've got
And
to
they
blow
would go. They would go. Oh, Chungo.
I remember that.
And
Yes.
that became that. But yeah, my point was going to be. God, I just think I went around a big bloody circle. My point was for 6 or 7-year-olds, that was our one of our what's the
I
fucking
don't know what you're
word?
looking for.
I've lost it.
Plethora.
Catchphrase. One of our
It was.
catchphrases in the playground.
It was.
So everything would be oh Chungo, and you'd
Except for
like
you,
go,
because you were saying
yeah,
"uh oh Dungo," and everybody was looking at you, going, "What the fuck's he on about? Uh oh Dungo."
yeah, obviously. So my hearing was that was I just wasn't paying attention. Who'd have known? It's like I had some kind of
Yeah,
detention deficit or
I
something.
loved their buggies because they had these little kind of triple axle buggies, little kind of semi tank things that would buzz around, and they could do a 360 in them and spin around and all
Yeah.
kinds.
Well, everyone, every TV program had a means of transport that could be turned into toys
Well, yeah,
to merchandise
and
to
indeed
buy.
we had them all.
Even the monkeys had their monkey mobile.
And that was a funny
Uh,
thing because I think at one point there was some speculation about Banana Splits being the monkeys dressed up in those
well,
suits.
do you know? I remember reading somewhere about were the banana splits the residents, because no one ever knew who the band the residents were, did
That
they?
wouldn't matter, would it? If nobody knew what
Yeah,
you looked like and putting another suit on, it wouldn't matter.
yeah. That was a conspiracy theory mooted in the, I think that was in the NME back in the
Was it?
70s or 80s or something. Yeah, before the NME was shit.
Yeah, I like the monkeys idea because it was more in keeping with their frenetic pace. Because the monkeys used to come on Saturday morning TV as well. You got
Yeah,
Banana Splits with all of the cartoons and segments you just mentioned, all part of the grand Tiswas childhood experience.
yeah,
But the monkeys used to come on as well, and that was a fine little show when you were a kid as
yeah.
well.
And Batman.
Batman as well, yeah, yeah.
Batman. It was like a big televisual Saturday morning
It
sugar rush,
was,
wasn't it?
yeah,
Really,
yeah,
you'd be, by the time it got to World of Sport
yeah.
at 12 o'clock, you'd just be buzzing off your tits because you'd be like, "Oh my god, I've just watched all these programs."
That
Yeah,
was
I
great.
think this part of the podcast seems to have gone very Anglo-centric. I'm sure, because I know we do have listeners from all over the world. So apologies, but I'm sure that everybody knows those programs
Wasn't the
because they
banana
were syndicated worldwide.
wasn't the
Worldwide,
Banana Splits a US production anyway?
they were all US
Yeah,
productions.
yeah,
Batman, the
yeah, they were,
Monkeys.
yeah.
So yeah, and I don't know. I imagine it would have been the same in the States or other countries. Saturday
Wouldn't have
morning.
been inside Tiswas because that was very, very British.
Yeah,
It makes me wonder.
yeah.
I often wondered why, given the kind of popularity of Banana Splits, it's never been revisited. It's never been repeated. You
No.
don't see anything referencing the Banana Splits back from those days, other than, of course, the fabulous Dickies record.
Yeah, I think the Banana Splits was, I think it was reshown for quite. I think it
Was
was
it?
reshown well into the 80s. I think
Was it?
so.
Oh, I didn't know
I'm
that.
pretty sure. If I've got a feeling that they ditched Danger Island.
Yeah.
I don't think that was shown again, but I know the Arabian Nights was still there, and
You used to have that guy that would go size of an elephant, and he'd turn into an elephant, or
oh
size
yeah, that's right.
size
Yes,
of a
he was.
kangaroo,
Yeah,
size of a
was
punnet
that
of
Racine?
strawberries.
Oh, Shapeshifter Bez.
That's him.
Was that Bez? That wasn't
It
Bez from
wasn't.
Honey Bez. He was size, and then he'd go around shaking maracas.
Size of a drug dancer. Oh, I done it again. I don't remember his name being Bez, but it was Arabian Nights, and
Yeah.
yeah.
So here you go. Arabian Nights. Prince Turan
Right, yeah.
and Princess Nida and their allies. Farik the Magician.
Farik, was that him?
Rasim the Strong.
Yeah.
He's Donkany. He's Donkany. The fucking hell's a Donkany? I just said Donkany. Fucking Donkey. He's Donkey, Zazoom,
Oh, yeah.
and Shapeshifter Bez
It was
from
Bez,
the Happy
was it?
Mondays. Actually says that here.
That's
Yeah. And the evil Bakar the Black Sultan, guitarist for the Charlatans.
Oh, God, great show.
Oh man.
Oh, dear,
Oh dear, oh dear, yes. Yeah. So there you go.
There you
So
go.
that was the Banana Splits in forensic detail.
I don't know about
Jeebus,
forensic
that was a
detail.
deep
We
dive.
talked about it for quite a lot, but I don't think we actually got any details much about the
I don't think we
banana
did
splits. But
actually.
it
I
was
think we
fun.
just.
It
I
was
think
fun
we just.
trying.
It was fun. It was fun. Maybe we should do a. Maybe we should start doing a TV podcast as well. More editing for you. I don't think that will go down quite so well
No,
on Instagram,
no,
but
no, difficult one.
then we'd probably be back to 30 listeners for that one. friends and close family only.
Oh, glorious, fantastic! So
Man.
that's our covers episode.
That is our covers, yeah. And as I say, I think that's something we can revisit because I just thought of hundreds, absolutely hundreds, and it's and I think covers are such fun that it does bleed over into into the way you talk about them. I think it does make for for a fun for a fun chat. So yeah, I think that's great. I'm glad we did that.
Yep.
I'm glad we did that,
Fantastic.
and I hope to do another one. Yeah.
So what are we doing
Anyway,
next episode, Dave?
I don't know. We haven't actually thought of anything just yet, have we? We did have. No, we didn't come up with any.
We were going to
Did we? What were we going to do?
Male vocals, isn't it?
Oh, that's right. Yes, male vocals. Yeah, male vocalists.
Yeah. Of some note.
Of solos or.
I don't think we need to be that prescriptive. Just
blokes what sing.
Blokes what sing who are notable. I think.
Yes. Okay. So no shit ones. I can't pick me for my karaoke version of Roxanne. That's keeping this planet free from alien invasion. Okay, well, in that case, that is that for this episode. Please leave comments. We've got, I think we've got 90 odd people on the Facebook. The Facebook page is the best for leaving comments and interacting with us all, I think. So if you do want to come to Facebook, music is none of our business. I'm trying to post bits and bobs, odd music videos. I've got links to Jake's music on there, and updates on the ridiculousness of our Instagram journey, which is I still can't quite get my head around that.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah, went to bed last night, woke up this morning, 2,000 more followers.
That's crazy, isn't it? You've
I know,
definitely gone viral with your quirky little self.
I just don't understand it. I really don't. I'm not that interesting.
But maybe there are people out there that genuinely think that this is symptomatic of Jeremy Corbyn's descent into madness.
Quite possibly, yeah. Or he was so good when they was doing that White Stripes song about him, weren't they? Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. I think I may have touched a nerve with the older music listener, because I did make a few comments about how. I think one of the comments, I can't remember whether I told you this before or not. One of the comments was, "You look like a 50-year-old bloke listening to music a teen would listen to," which I kind of took offence with, and mentioned in one of the videos, and got a lot of feedback from older people who a lot of whom are the same as us. They still listen to new music. They go to gigs, etc. And a fair few other people who've kind of said, "Thank you for posting. I'm older and I do feel like I've lost track a little bit, and I appreciate your videos." Right. So it may be that I really don't know. It may be that I do just attract people who've got a bit of a Jerry Corbyn fetish. Yeah. I really don't know.
I'm curious to know who thought you looked like a 50-year-old music fan, because I'd put you at least looking 72.
Well, I did put them right. So I'm actually 60. So yeah, I'm not that deluded to think I look anything less than that. I've also cultivated Tash. For Movember, it's the charity thing. Although typically I keep forgetting to sign up. I've grown the tash, haven't signed up for the fucking charity.
You keep twiddling the ends. I'm kind of visions of you having this kind of general major from the First World War type thing coming out.
It's just that I'm in that stage where you need to kind of just shape it a bit, or it just looks like something old and grey has curled upon your lip and died. So I'm just I keep doing that to try and get a bit of shape into it, because it's moustaches aren't really my forte. I'm more of a heavy stubble.
Yeah.
Look at that old tramp. He can't be bothered to shave kind of look.
You normally look, not, it's not so much that it looks like something old and grey has died and shriveled on your face. It looks more like something old and grey has died underneath the moustache.
Yeah, exactly. That is probably a lot more accurate. That's a lot more accurate. And someone said, I was talking to someone today who said, I said people keep saying, "Oh, you should cut down the introduction a little bit," and I'm like, "I've cut it down. I just want to appeal to the old, to the older people and keep something in there. So just to keep that whole older people momentum going." And I said, "Do you think I should just hunch over and wear a cardigan?" And then people just think, "Oh, look at the old man, bless him. He's listening to Ethel Cain." And I don't. But anyway, so that's the end of the episode.
Yeah.
We've rambled on. So next we'll be back in a week or 2 weeks, depending on how busy Jake is for editing and whatnot. Because he has a social life and I don't.
wouldn't call it social life.
So I just spend my whole life on Instagram. Instagram now, just going, how many likes have I got in the last hour? Fucking hell.
It can be becoming obsessed, man.
Anyway, right, let's get this wrapped up because goodbye, everybody, for once and for all, because otherwise we'll never shut up. So, and we'll see you all. We'll see you all soon.
Yeah, fantastic. Take care. Bye-bye.